time. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the thrown out, hard talk, career with a shine. I got some time, they I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene, what is you on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh!
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. Ready to get this game started, here's Evan McPherson. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. Pretty good start here for him. 6 yards on that opening play.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
They're going for it. It's Herbert. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is first and goal.
50, 50.
Fixin. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Set. 280.
Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Matthew Stafford the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action, but they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
One after up and good by McPherson. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I know I don't have to tell you, Kate. You call basketball for a living as well, and you know shooters got to keep on shooting. Quarterbacks got to keep on throwing. But boy, 0 for 4, this has been a surprisingly slow start.
And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 3rd down, and the Texans loading up that secondary. They're in the dime. Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's complete. This is Nguko. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. Passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. Yeah. But finally, as you said, their first completion.
Buying some time right. Down the field. Evans has it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Set. 1st and 10.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Montgomery. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Once more, it's Montgomery. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief with his offense. A run after a negative run, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Let's go, let's go. Set.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Rose caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Even following the penalty, Brock, they're still trying it. 4th and goal.
Lion. Hey, ram. Go.
They snap it to Herbert. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Stafford from the gun. It's intercepted by Joey Porter Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. In the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
There's no question, Kate. Big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Has room into the secondary. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, will put 6 on the board for the offense.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 22 out of that play. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Short pass brought in. A lot of space ahead. Gets it to the 15. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans trim the lead to 1. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Texans tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
He gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Completed over the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Running on 2nd with Montgomery. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
1st and 10, Herbert. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive.
Go.
Back to the air, Herbert. Finds his man, it's Crab. They come crashing down on that receiver screen and they take him down behind the line.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Out left, Lynn makes the grab. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
All set now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. This one taken in by Crab. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd down now, they need 7.
At the 12-yard line.
Line.
It's Montgomery on the counter. He's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Lady! Monday! Real right, 22! Alert! 20 hot!
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
At the 45-yard line.
50, 32,
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
ready! Lady! Double right! Hey, 22! Alert!
And the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Gain of 15 there. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
1st down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Big 20. 32.
Stafford now. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it and nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Hurry! Red 80. 59. 50. Liberty hot.
Stafford back to throw. As the open man downfield. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Julian Love. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Herbert out of his end zone. That's Lamb running a slant. And they'll take him down here right at the 8. Yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Play action now for Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, it's one thing thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Starts the return at the 34. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Set. 280. Hey, 22. Come on.
Throwing now. Stafford. Low finding his back. Nixon. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Already been burned twice in this opening half, Brock, and that probably should have been the trifecta, just avoiding his 3rd interception.
He's going to have to look in the mirror and make some serious adjustments here, because that 3rd pick, if he keeps making these kind of decisions, that 3rd pick's a coming. He cannot be this careless with the football.
Looking underneath here to Nixon. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Going to double coverage, odds are against you.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Set. 180.
Trying for it with Stafford. Pass complete to Goddard. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive. A lot of us thought it stalled out. He's going to carry on. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
22. Hey, 50.
Stafford throwing again. Completed to Flowers. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers' 18-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set. 50-50.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Back to Flowers they go. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans earn the chance to tie before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Escapes the pocket. It's a big strike downfield to Anguka. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That one hits for 30. And the Bucs have the 1st. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35. Option play. Here's Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll hang on to it on the second down option. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, they got to worry about a quarterback that can do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Hunt trying things up the gut. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a pick up of 5, and that brings up second and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's third and goal. Trying to sneak it, Herbert. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Leading the offense out there. It's fourth and goal from the 1.
Set. Go.
They snap it to Herbert. He rolls to his right. And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Texans 21. Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Set. 32. Middle. 20. Double right.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
40 got. 40 got. 11. Red 80. 59. 53. Ready.
Stafford from the gun. He was caught, Jalen Royals. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Final timeout called by the Texans. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
80. Hey, 22. Stay 50. Stay 50. 10. 10. Tonight.
Stafford now on first down. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
McNeil, a loss of 11. It's second and 21 at the 34.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
280. Hey, easy. Zebra.
He's back to throw. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Intended target was his running back. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Set. 250.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
53. Ready.
Now Stafford again. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
That's incomplete left side. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
70. Set. Blue 6.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Set.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard
280.
line.
Hey, 50. 0. Ready.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain of 19 yards. Another Texans, 1st down.
Mixon. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. One after up and good by McPherson. And the Texans tie us up 28 all.
28 all. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Hits him on the out route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, that's flying around and making the play.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
mean, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Dumped off to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Montgomery now up the middle. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Headed out right. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. Forced a 4th down.
Elliott connects there. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. Completed to his running back. He dodged the tackle. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nixon on the toss. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Hey, 54! Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Stafford now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Finding Flowers. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Blue 60! 40 got.
Here's Stafford. Gets it downfield, working the left. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10.
It's Stafford once more. Completes this one to Rice. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. Throws Cox. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans take a third-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Bucs have the first.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Herbert to throw. Set up the screen to Montgomery. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be blocked down after reaching the 43. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Herbert throwing again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
He'll throw it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
22.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Really finding his back. Nixon. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At their 48-yard line.
Omaha, 180, 10.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Set. 20.
Stafford from the gun. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans now lead by 10. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Texans drive their lead to 11.
42. Buccaneers, 31.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. Down the field, he's got Lamb. They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Gain of 26 yards there. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Ready.
They give up the gut to Montgomery. Cuts right. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 32 yards. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Set. 80. Set.
They'll run here. It's Montgomery. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
To throw, Herbert. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within one score in the 4th. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And he'll be taken down on the edge of his own end zone at the 2. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that two-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Here's Smith on the return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Middle.
Shotgun snap to Sanford. Has him on the quick hitter. Get some space around midfield. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 40 on the big hitter. And will be a first down, Texans.
Hey! Alert!
Stafford. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Stafford now on first down. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans stretch into a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans push the lead up to 12.
Texans 49. Buccaneers 37. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. First and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bucs have the first. Now Herbert again. He put everything he had into this one. It's complete. Oh my, they left him wide open downfield. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Buccaneers 44. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Texans to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Wanting to start the drive with Mixon. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Stafford back to throw. Short pass brought in. Continue to move past the 45. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurry! White.
Now Stafford to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Easy alert.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Hey, 50. Red 80. Omaha. Hey, 5.
1st down throw here for Stafford. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Ready. Double right. 280.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. Room to run inside the 20. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Texans push the lead up to 12. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. That's caught by Montgomery. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Bucs, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. It's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Set! Zero! 250!
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans moments away from a 2-0 start. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Set!
Throwing now, Stafford. He brings it in. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
That is somebody it's tough to truly overthrow, but it can happen. I know what he was thinking, Kate. I'm going to put this in the spot where only my guy gets it. Problem was, that spot was even too high for him.
Hey, Red! 40 got! 40!
3rd and goal, it's Stafford. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans go up by 19.
63. Buccaneers.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Count.
Looking in on the ground here with Montgomery. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Caught quickly on the slant. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs. Suffolk's going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Texans grow their lead yet again.
Texans 70. Buccaneers 44. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
A gain of 15 yards.
One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And that final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete. But no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott.